Most SaaS businesses waste their entire marketing budget on an inefficient acquisition and retention system that is no good for their company's growth. And because of the low ticket or free trial offers that attract financially low quality users and straight to demo page traffic to sell enterprise deals, they struggle with CAC payback periods, keeping NRR about 115-120% and minimizing churn, and have a higher LTV period with their cohorts and users. Now, this changes with the system I have to explain in this video, but before I do, let me introduce myself so you know why you should listen to me. My name is Batu and I'm the founder of Advergent. We are a B2B SaaS-centric advertising firm that is a branch of a giant marketing cooperation, LKR Collective. And in Advergent, we focus on building valuation-focused user acquisition systems for SaaS companies like yours. We are currently managing around $50,000 per month in ad spend across our entire portfolio of SaaS companies, along with an advisory board of SaaS executives that are making from $750,000 to $1 million per month in recurring revenue. So on that note, let's get into the video. Okay, so let's start with the thesis of why most SaaS growth fails or SaaS companies stagnate after getting on a certain level. First of all, the LTV CAC ratio is a big problem for a majority of the SaaS companies, which hovers at around like 1 to 2 to 1 ratio with 6 to 12 month payback period, sometimes even 12 to 18 month payback period. The second one is a high churn, which erodes revenue before CAC is recovered, and the industry average for churn is around like 12 to 20% on a monthly basis and 30 to 70% on an annual basis for majority of the SaaS companies. And also they have sales teams that waste 80% of their time educating the low intent prospects just because of the qualification process and pre-call education flows are not set up properly and the prospects are not educated properly. And last but not least, net revenue retention problems, which are usually stuck at 100%, which is killing valuations for them. So let's get into the traditional SaaS GTM playbook and marketing and what's the problem with it. So most of the time, SaaS companies have this kind of a funnel. They have a B2B ROI-focused product, which is promising a quantifiable and measurable outcome for the businesses that they are going to be selling this product to. And they are distributing these in several different marketing channels in order to acquire users or enterprise level deals from very big companies. And the channels that they are distributing these marketing efforts and GTM playbooks are not limited to, but include cold calling, cold email, organic growth, paid advertising, conferences/events, and you could even actually include the in-person networking and also word of mouth as well. And majority of the times, the GTM playbook consists of marketing and sales assets, which consist of low ticket subscriptions, free trials and free tools, webinars, white papers, 14-day free trials, lead magnets, and giveaways in the organic channels, which leads them to actualize a distribution of deals, which is the percentage of deal packages between low ticket companies like SMBs or mid-market and enterprise companies. So majority of the times for SaaS businesses, only 5 to 20% of the deals are actually enterprise/custom level subscriptions. The rest 80 to 95% of the subscriptions are actually low ticket that have a monthly CAC payback period of 6 to 18 months. And majority of the times these low ticket subscriptions actually reflect to 30 to 50% of ARR, where the enterprise/custom subscriptions reflect to 50 to 70% of ARR for these kind of companies. And when you actually consider the churn rate for these low ticket subscriptions and enterprise level companies and deals, the average churn rate for low ticket subscriptions is around 30 to 70% annually, while the enterprise/custom subscriptions have an average of 3 to 6% annually churn rate for their packages. And the reason why low ticket subscriptions are actually having higher churn rate than the enterprise level subscriptions is because opting in for the platform is easy. There's an easy in and out situation due to low ticket price, and there's usually improper onboarding, self-onboarding, activation and ascension programs that leads and users cannot really handle themselves. There's usually no priority customer support and dedicated customer success manager, and it's completely do it yourself with minimal to no amount of helpful resources on the front end for them to research and find. And what really happens as a result is that people can't really figure out the tool's full potential to activate the capabilities by themselves, which equals to low return on investment on their end, and they churn over time or very quickly. On the other hand, when SaaS companies do enterprise level deals, the reason they have a very minimal amount of churn rate for their enterprise level clients is because because there is a better customer experience, there's proper onboarding, activation, and ascension programs, there is a priority customer support and a dedicated customer success manager with done-for-you solutions that come alongside the tool and have the resources that they have access to in the front end, which results in companies being able to use the tool to its full capacity and potential, which equals to high ROI for the company. And when you consider these two types of acquisitions, only 20% of the marketing efforts creates upwards of 70% of ARR without even optimizing the majority of your front-end funnels for enterprise level deals. Because most of the time, the ideal funnel for SaaS companies is to get people to opt in for the free trial so that they can ascend you over time. But at the same time, when you are selling low ticket subscriptions, 80% of the effort goes to these low LTV users who will churn without paying back the CAC it took them to subscribe and become a customer in the first place. So when you look at these scenarios, it is actually a no-brainer for you to have more enterprise level deals for your SaaS company and have much better revenue from only selling to enterprise level deals and only serve at a high level. So what most SaaS companies don't really understand is that enterprise level deals does not really equal to only selling to enterprise level companies. So if you are a SaaS business that focuses on the SMB market or mid-market companies, you are usually leaving a lot of potential on the table by not selling or not trying to sell to enterprise level companies, or by not selling enterprise level deals to SMB and mid-market companies that are going to bring instant ROI for them and also instant ROI for your own company. So what happens is that when you understand that enterprise level deals equals to being able to sell your product as a high ticket front-end offer to any level of a company, the destiny of your company changes entirely, because you can sell enterprise level deals to SMB companies, mid-market companies, and enterprise companies, and all you need to do this is a high ticket offer that you're going to be using in your front end, better positioning of your product or tool, and capacity to fulfill an introductory service, which most of the time is an onboarding and a setup service. So realizing this kind of a problem in the SaaS industry, we actually came up with a funnel structure that enables for you to actualize what I'm talking about in this table over here. As you can see, we looked at this old and messy GTM playbook for SaaS companies and why you should not be using it. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to be explaining the new funnel that we have invented for SaaS companies and why you should be using it with some proof backing behind it. So let's get into it. First of all, what we call this new funnel is re-engineered SaaS marketing. And this actually consists of 3 phases, which is front-end pre-sale. And then we also have front-end post-no close. And then we also have back-end post-close period. So let's start with the front-end pre-sale. As we talked about it, there are SaaS companies with B2B ROI-focused product that have quantifiable or measurable outcome that they offer to the companies that they serve to. So when you have this, the funnel that we are following is this. First of all, we start with paid advertising, and disclaimer, this is not to actually discredit any kind of other marketing distribution channel that you can utilize to grow your business. While running paid advertising from our side, you could also be doing cold calling, cold email, and so on and so forth if it makes sense for you to do that. But in this case, just because of the expertise that we have in terms of marketing distribution is paid advertising, we are going over the paid advertising example of this funnel. But this funnel works with all of the other marketing channels and outbound offers. We start with paid advertising, and then we direct the potential clients to a video sales letter landing page in which we get them to play an introductory video from like 8 to 15 to 20 minutes in which we explain the product, the demo, the problem, the solution mechanism, the unique mechanism that you have to offer in the market, and so on and so forth. And also we have the landing page structured exactly the same as the VSL. So people who don't want to watch the video for 20 minutes, let's say, they have the ability to read it through text between the sections of your landing page. And down below at the bottom of the landing page, we have an application form for them to qualify themselves, understand if this tool is for them, and book a call with your sales team or yourself if you're taking your sales calls, and then go down the funnel basically. So once they fill out the application form, they are having an opportunity to book a call with you. And once they book a call, the signs start. Between the call booking action and the sales call, we have a pre-call sequence that educates, qualifies, and nurtures the leads that we have brought into the sales funnel of your SaaS company. So in the pre-call sequence, we have 3 pillars: organic content, email and SMS flows, and then ads retargeting. In the organic content, what we do for our clients usually is that we get them to record 30 to 40 videos, organic videos that we can post on social media for them to make a research on your company and watch those videos so that they actually inform themselves and educate themselves about your product. At the same time, we have email and SMS flows, which are like 14 to 20 steps. For example, your prospects receives around like 15, 16, 17 emails prior to the call within that 48 hours of wait period before the sales call. And also they will be retargeted with ads that are informative, that are actually answering the frequently asked questions during the sales call so that we handle objections early on, right before the calls, and the prospects show up to the call, first of all qualified, second of all informed, and third of all with all the objections they might potentially come up with handled prior to the sales call. And what happens after that is that we go into the sales call and your sales team makes a high ticket offer to your prospects. And there are 2 potential scenarios that could happen after you make an offer to your prospect. One is contract signed, which is the outcome we usually want. But in B2B, the sales cycles are long and the resistance is really high, especially in 2025. So not everyone closes, not everyone is ready to make a decision, or not everyone can see the tangible, measurable, and quantifiable ROI that your product has to offer for them. So for these people, what we do is that we offer them a custom demo representation or an audit call. For example, an audit call could be if you're an ad tech company that tracks the attribution of the marketing channels such as Facebook advertising and TikTok advertising, and you implement a third-party data tracking system that enriches the data attribution and gives better marketing information to the marketing teams of e-commerce brands, let's say. What you can do is that you can get onboarded in their current ad tech system that does the attribution enrichment, and you can understand where you can fill the gaps with your tool, what it lacks, and the weak points of that particular tool they're currently using, and then you can make a presentation about it so that you have a higher return on investment potential on paper for them. And once you do this, there are again 2 scenarios. One is contract signed, which congratulations if you have done it, or 2, again, they do not close. So on that note, what you do is we have 3 protocols that we follow right after sales call, which one of them is the ghost SOP, in which after you make the call audit and they basically ghost your offer, you follow a standard operating system that we have to give to you so that you can actually close them or get them to the audit call again and go over the details that you have went over in the last audit call that you guys have made. We also have a 30-day follow-up system after making the proposal, which gets them to sign the contract sooner or later. Or if they are still not ready to buy from you, what we do after the 30-day follow-up period is that we put them into long-term infinity farming, prospect farming sequences that we actually educate them, show some case studies, and then help them understand what kind of a quantifiable or measurable outcome that they would have that could turn into an ROI for them after using your product. So after that, they go back to the sales call. This entire system repeats, but overall, you're still keeping them in your ecosystem and you still have the opportunity and the chance to close them in the future, in 3 months time, in 6 months time, which we don't want to, but this is the reality of B2B sales cycles. So once you do that, so this is the front end post no close section. After this period is completed and you get those prospects to sign the contract, you move on to serving the package that we have created for you to sell as a high ticket front end offer to your prospects. And these packages could include one-on-one onboarding with like Zoom call onboarding and guided emails with guided video and text resources. They could also have some kind of an implementation and activation done by you with a dedicated customer success manager, priority support, and guided video and text resources that you send over email marketing. You could also do some kind of an improvement service for them them to be more efficient with your tool, with your guides, text-based, video-based again, and sending them out in your email sequences. And also you could help with data migration, just like the example that I've given a second ago. You could be a CRM, you could be an ad tech company, and you could offer to migrate the data or make the setup for them so that they can start using the tool without lifting a finger. You could also give them some integration resources over email, text, and SMS so that they can follow the process alongside your application as well. And this way you could position yourself as a high ticket and high ROI front-end product that has an instant, measurable, and quantifiable ROI for the B2B companies that you are selling your tool to. And funny enough, this is the funnel that we help our clients to implement for their SaaS businesses, including this part as well, like the service delivery part as well, because we will be having a lot of activation flows running for you, welcome flows, onboarding flows, reactivation flows, ascension flows, like referral and review activation flows, which helps you to serve them in the most seamless way possible with your high ticket offer. And if you want to dig deeper into why this is a better funnel versus the traditional GTM playbook, is because this is instant CAC payback with day one profitability. Because what we do is we take your $99 per month subscription and turn that into a high ticket front end offer that you can sell between like 3K to 10K in USD and have cash upfront for your business, which is going to increase the valuation of your business, instantly boost the LTV of your business. Also, we close the information gap by efficiently sending out emails, SMS campaigns, retargeting ads, and organic social flows so they are informed and educated about your product. We also enable instant average deal value for you from like 4, 5, 6 to 1 LTV to CAC ratio, which is crucial for your cash flow health. Also, our backend flows ensure higher LTV, customer review and referral / review activation for your business so that you can actually improve your reputation in the market as well. This also helps with churn reduced from 30 to 60% annual on industry average for low ticket subscriptions to as low as 3 to 5%, because you are essentially selling out enterprise level deals to these SMB and mid-market companies also, which minimizes your churn because you have provided so much upfront value. When they were onboarded for your tool, now they are actually becoming some kind of a loyal customer base, loyal client base for you that has seen the actual ROI of your product. It also helps the net revenue retention increase to upwards of 110 to 120% plus, which provides you compounding growth without new acquisition for you, and your sales cycles shorten by up to 34 to 40% with pre-sold high intent buyers, which increases your close rate and increases your exit multiple points by 1 to 3 points in as little as 8 weeks. So you actually have the entire funnel presented to you in this video. What you can do is you can take a screenshot or you can watch this video and try to implement it with your own team, or if you would like to be fast and implement this as soon as possible, you can get in touch with me and my team and we can see if we can help you implement this for your SaaS company. There's a link down below in the description that you can click on and book a call with me to see if this is something that you can see an ROI for your business. We'll talk in the call and we will find a way to help you. This is it for this video. Make sure to like the video and leave a comment for whatever questions you have that I can answer. Also, do not forget to subscribe to the channel so that you can get notified when I post a similar video like this. Appreciate you taking the time, and I'll see you in the next video.